Oh, hey. I was just getting caught up here on my corpus linguistics literature. That's what we're going to talk about here today. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Philip Sensei or Riccobono Sensei, and I'm going to talk about the Zemi for next year. So, let me start here with a PowerPoint. Okay, let me get it into. There we go. Should come up. There we go. So, the PowerPoint is about, like I said, your Zemi for next year. And that topic is corpus to improve vocabulary in English for specific purposes. You're saying, whoa, what does all this mean? Well, I'm going to go over it with you. First off, do you agree with this? An important part of learning a language consists of being able to understand and use vocabulary and phrases. And that was said by a scholar named Lewis. Do you think that vocabulary is really important? Well, not so much. If you think vocabulary is really important in learning a language, well, then you agree with me and you agree with Lewis. So I believe in this, and this is what my research area is in. So let's go into this a little bit more. Now, do you want to research the best vocabulary and phrases to understand a special English subject of your choice? For example, if you like business, we can investigate or research the words that are best to learn business English. Or maybe you like basketball. Well, we can research the words, the vocabulary, and phrases that are going to help you learn basketball English better. Okay. Wait. Corpus. Getting back to this word corpus. Okay, you saw me before reading the book here. So, what does corpus mean? Well, a corpus includes a large database, sometimes up to 1 billion words. And there's books in there and magazines and people speaking from television shows. A lot of data. And we use this corpus to find vocabulary and phrases that people use a lot when speaking about one type of English. For an example, business English. Another example, tourism English, and even baseball English, which is what I'm researching. Want to find out the best words in English that are going to help you learn about that particular subject, or phrases. 2 to 5 word phrases. Okay? So, next thing. This is a famous corpus. It's called the Corpus of Contemporary American English. Okay, and it's put out by Brigham Young University. And as you can see, inside this corpus, there are 450 million words. And I think it's bigger now. You have news, magazines, books, fictional books, newspapers, and television. Okay? So, a lot of data is in this corpus. And I'm going to now demonstrate what the corpus does. Okay? I'm going to show you live. We're going to go onto the internet and I'm going to show you how just a little hint of what this corpus can do. It does many things, but I'm going to show you one little thing it can do and one thing you can do to find the best vocabulary words and phrases to help you learn a specific English subject. Okay, so let me get back to the web here. Alright, and let me go to search. Okay, now, let's say you wanted to learn about business. Vocabulary, best vocabulary for business English. And the best phrases. Okay, well, there's something called collocates. And collocates are the words that come before business and after business. Okay, we're going to go up to 4 words before and 4 words after. And these words, maybe you know what they mean or maybe you don't, but these collocates will help you understand other words better. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to click on Find collocates, and this is a little bit slow. Remember, I believe now it's up to about 1 billion words, this corpus. Okay, so the number one word that is related to business is leaders. Okay, and then number 2 is owners, and 3 is business usual, none business, partner. So you're saying, well, how do these words relate to business? Why do I need to know these words if I'm studying business? Well, let's take a look at none, okay? This, maybe you can learn a famous phrase or a popular phrase that relates to business and none, okay? So none business, what? Maybe you don't know, but let's click on this. And let's see how it's used with none of these business. None of anyone's business. None of your, whoop, that's a bad word. None of your business. None of Suzanne's business. Okay, so maybe this word, none, has nothing to do with business. Maybe it's just a common phrase. Or maybe it's a metaphor. Well, that's something that you can learn about too. So we go back to the results. Okay. And let's take a look at business travelers. Okay. Business travelers, business travelers, business travelers. So we know that travelers is an important word to know if you want to study business. It shows up right next to it many, many times. And we know this one showed up in a magazine called USA Today, which also is a newspaper. This one showed up in the Austin newspaper. This one showed up on NBC, which is a TV network. This is spoken. So you can also see, okay, how was it used when it's in spoken form? Spoken is very important when studying English, so we'll get into that too. All right, now I hope I didn't confuse you. I hope you're interested in this still. Okay, if you're not, that's okay. But like I said before, business or vocabulary is very important to know when studying a language. Okay, so let me go back to this here. So you saw the demonstration. What will you do in this Zemi? Well, you will choose a subject in English that you want to learn more about. And it's vocabulary and phrases. I just showed you business. That's one subject. You'll learn how to use the corpus. I will help you with that, just like we did there. You'll research the best vocabulary and phrases to learn. And you'll create keyword lists, just like the list that you saw there. Maybe you won't use every word, but you'll use a lot of the words from the list, maybe up to, let's say, 25 words. And then you'll survey. You'll take a survey, ask other students, so which words do you think you should know if you're studying business? What are important business words? And you can find out what they say, and then you can find out what the corpus says. So you can compare the two. And you can also test students. Okay, do you know what, for example, do you know what none of your business means? Okay, if they don't, well, that means that's something that people need to learn when they're learning business English. So you're kind of doing a needs analysis. Okay, you're analyzing what people need to know. Another thing is, last thing is, you're going to create a research poster in APA format that brings everything together, that shows that you did a study and you have research and findings, and it looks like this. Okay, this is an example poster. You'll have an abstract, which is a summary of what this research is about, your study is about. Okay, some background information, methodology. How did you get the information? Well, you used the corpus. Okay, we'll talk about that. And this is not gonna, maybe your poster will look like this. And then results, your list, and maybe the results of the tests when you test students on their knowledge of these words, or your survey on what people think the best business English words are, and then a conclusion. Okay, so this is an example of a poster. And this is APA format. Okay, and you have an abstract, methods, results, okay, conclusions, how can you study about this more, and the bibliography. These are example posters. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That's what you will be doing in this course. I hope I can get back to the screen here where I can see you or you can see me, but I'm not. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm back. So that's pretty much it. That is a Zemi on English for specific purposes in vocabulary. Okay, you'll be learning about ways to improve your vocabulary knowledge, or even help other people's vocabulary knowledge and related to a specific subject. Now, it doesn't have to be business. It could be any subject you like in English. Like I said, it could be baseball, basketball, tourism. Maybe you're interested in becoming a teacher, English education words. Whatever it might be, we can come up with a list and do some more research and find out what words you need to study and other people need to study in order to get better knowledge of that subject. Okay, well, that's it. I'm going to get back to my book now. I'll see you around. Bye-bye.